14 lives, 7 men, 7 women. All are bound closer together than any of them know. For this is a tale of both good and evil. All of them are tied to destiny as the world around them collapses. Even though many of them are as different as night and day, they share a common goal of which they are unaware. These 14 lives are destined to destroy a great evil. Or perhaps they shall only destroy each other, for each life contains its very own share of evil. Nothing in this world is truly black and white, after all, and nor will it ever be. Now it is time for the pieces to introduce themselves. 3. The Scientist. The alarms went off just as Zain finished his report. He heard shouting come from down the hall, and then the sound of glass smashing. There were a few shouts that were cut off quickly, and then silence, except for the alarm. Someone came running into the room. It was one of the lab assistants. 502 just escaped, the assistant said. Zain looked at him analytically. What do you want me to do about it? Zain asked him. I'm not part of the project. I don't know, but if something isn't done, he could kill hundreds of innocent people. Just remember what happened with 503. Zain pushed past him and strode down the hall. The alarms were still blaring loudly. Zain made his way past the wrecked door and looked inside. 502 had practically destroyed the room. The holding tank was in smithereens, and the bodies of Zain's colleagues littered the floor. Zain crossed the room and opened a door. He went into the analysis room for 502. He tapped a few buttons, and a syringe came out of a machine behind him. What are you doing with that? The assistant asked him. This is a synthesized sample of 502's DNA. It hasn't been tested on humans yet, but we're fairly confident that it'll work as intended. Zain rolled up his sleeve. You're not going to inject yourself with that, are you? You have no idea what that could do to you. The assistant took a step back. The protocol upon 502's escape is to capture or terminate the subject, at all costs, Zain said. This is what has to be done. Zain closed his eyes, stuck the syringe into his arm, and injected himself. He shuddered and dropped the syringe. Did it work? The assistant asked. Zain smiled. The assistant began to choke as acidic fumes wisped around the room, coming from Zain's hand. Yes, Zain said, opening his eyes. It worked perfectly.